So adrenal fatigue is really an easy to pronounce label for a piece of physiology that is very, very real. And the piece of physiology is this. It is your chronic stress system that is activated and on permanent on mode. That is driven by a hormone called cortisol. And even in regular medicine, we recognize a thing called hypercortisolism. Okay, hypercortisolism does lots of things in the body, but for example, it makes you put weight on around your middle. It drives inflammation. It can cause high blood pressure. It can cause pre-diabetes, even diabetes. It can cause all sorts of things. Yeah, it can cause fluid retention. It can cause poor wound healing. It can cause immune compromise, meaning, you get a cold and it just stays around for weeks and weeks, and you're the person who gets a cold and a sniffle, and then you're on 2 weeks of antibiotics before you know it. That is all chronic cortisol patterning, and that is a piece of physiology that is what's happening in your body. Okay, the other name for it is called HPA axis dysfunction. So here we are, we've got 3 labels already: chronic cortisol patterning, chronic stress system patterning, HPA axis dysfunction. And what do you think is easier to pronounce, adrenal fatigue or all of that little lot? Just saying. So I really want to emphasize this. The best kept secret is this: that triad, tired all the time, brain fog, poor sleep, very, very likely you have adrenal fatigue. Adrenal fatigue, correct physiology names: HPA axis dysfunction, chronic stress patterning, cortisol, hypercortisolism. Okay, you can call it all of these things. Call it what you like. But your experience, if you're a woman who's got these things going on, this is real. You're not making this up. And the really, really big thing about all of this is that this piece of physiology, this high cortisol level, this disrupted HPA axis, adrenal fatigue, if you like, is very real. And it is a huge driver of health issues in the body. So right now, you might just be struggling with, feeling tired all the time, feeling achy, feeling not great. But if that plays out over time, it has huge consequences for our health down the line. Won't go into that today, but it's a serious thing. So let me just give you a tiny snapshot of that. It is one of the primary drivers of something called metabolic syndrome. Now, if you have ever been told you have high blood pressure, insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, diabetes, you're putting weight on around your middle, and maybe you should think about losing some weight. If you've got, high inflammatory markers that no one can figure out why they're going on, if you've got wobbly perimenopause, menopause, if you've got IBS, gut health issues, lots and lots and lots of those, guess what their primary driver is? Yes, it is adrenal fatigue. So I'm not saying any of this to make you scared. In fact, the opposite. I'm here to offer you an amazing opportunity to figure out for yourself, have I or haven't I got adrenal fatigue? And it is free, okay? You can do a beautiful quiz called the Cortisol Decoder Quiz, and you can do it for free. And it's an amazing opportunity for women who are, in their 40s, 50s and 60s to have a deeper look underneath. Is this tiredness something I need to worry about? Is it something I can do something about? Is it something I can understand better? Same with the brain fog, same with the sleep, same with all the other symptoms.